Hello, my name is Luiz Veiga. In this video we will explain what a Mисор practice is. A few days ago while I was teaching a Mисор class, I spotted someone looking into the room through the small window, and after a few seconds he disappeared. And I thought about myself many years ago when I did exactly the same when I first approached a Mисor class. I felt intimidated. That's why I decided to make this video, to clarify and help practitioners to understand what Mисor class really is. A Mисor class is an Aштанга form of self-practice. The teacher will show you how to self-practice Ashtanga yoga step by step, so you can learn how to do that yourself. Whatever you learn in a Mисor class stays with you. It's part of your practice. You don't need to know how to self-practice Ashtanga to go to a Misor class. You go to the class to learn how to. On your first day, the teacher would go through the basics of the practice in detail so you can learn the beginning of the sequence. The next day, you try to put into practice yourself. In a Mисor class, if you have any doubts about anything related to the practice, you're free to sign or quietly call the teacher to ask for clarifications. When in doubt, communication is expected and encouraged in class. Another way to understand what Mисor is, if you imagine you're growing up, you had to listen to your mom and dad, your teachers about what to do and what not to do. And this is like a led class or a guided class. But eventually, you have to put into practice what you had learned. And that is Mисor self-practice class. In Mисor classes, you can arrive at any time between the opening hours for the class. That can range from a 2 to 4 hours window. Your practice should be between 30 minutes to 2 hours, depending on your experience and time available. Keep in mind that it's not about how long your practice is, it's about the quality of it. The Mисor teacher's job is to teach how to self-practice the series of Ashtanga yoga, making sure that the students are not rushing but following the series correctly. And Tristhana, the three main focus of attention, even and control, Ujjayi breath, bandhas and drishti, are observed throughout the practice. If you find a good Ashtanga teacher, he or she will be very happy to teach you how to self-practice Ashtanga regardless of your experience or physical ability. Until recently, Mисor teachers would be focused primarily on physical adjustments. The focus was mainly on who to adjust next. And there was very little emphasis put into teaching the synchronicity between breathing and movement, which is needed to practice properly with the right sequence and alignment. There is now a greater awareness of how important those things are. If you are already a Mисor practitioner, try to move away from depending on physical adjustments. Learn how to embrace what you're able to achieve yourself during the practice. Stop expecting help or relying on help. Learn how to accept and love what you're able to do, even if you end up losing your balance at the end of the process. It's very important. By changing your approach to practice, you might change your approach to life too. It is also very important to maintain a relationship with your self-practice. The way to do that is to keep a regular practice going. If you don't keep that relationship going, every time you go back into practice, you feel that you are starting again because you lost that connection. So if you have an interest in learning how to self-practice Ashtanga, find a good teacher who is willing to teach you. Or get in touch with me. I can teach you online if necessary. Ashtanga Yoga has changed my life in many ways, and the life of many of my students. For me, it's a pleasure to share the little I know with anyone that has an interest in learning it. Keep it simple.